This information about science proves that God spoke the earth into existence.
Physicists were trying to go, what is the building block of all of the material physical world? And so they would smash atoms together, and then they have electrons and neutrons, and they'd smash them together, and they're getting down to the smallest particles in our known universe. They, through quantum physics, discovered that the smallest building blocks of our universe are not material at all. They're vibrating strings.
This is the Large Hadron Collider, or at least its detector. It straddles the border of France and Switzerland and takes protons and speeds them up to almost the speed of light. They go whirling around this track several times until they smash together, and they can observe the particles that atoms are made up of. One of its most recent discoveries was the Higgs boson, which confirmed the existence of the Higgs field, which gives mass to all particles. It actually solved a major problem in quantum physics because as they were smashing apart these atoms, they realized that the gluons, the muons, and all of these subatomic particles had varying masses. So either these subatomic particles had a range of mass, or these were all individual subatomic particles that quantum physics and quantum mechanics had to account for. Because this is a way easier model of quantum theory than accounting for thousands of subatomic particles. Now, have we observed what these gentlemen are talking about, that all of matter is made up of vibrating strings? Absolutely not. String theory is actually now a part of M theory, the boogeyman of the unifying theory of everything. And put simply, with a chart behind us so that we can think we understand this, it posits the idea that reality is made up of multiple dimensions that fold and twist in on themselves that makes matter. And M theory, also referred to sometimes as membrane theory, posits a solution to what was before the Big Bang. The idea being that there are these membranes or dimensions of reality that collide into each other, and it is the kinetic energy that created the universe. Like I said, we haven't observed any of this. We have no way to prove this. In fact, the math does not even exist for us to begin to prove this out. In order to prove that the heart of all matter is these vibrating strings created by membranes and dimensions of reality twisting and folding in on themselves, we need to invent math. And so to sit around as Christians and deposit this idea that string theory proves Genesis 1 is a silly, ridiculous notion. Because string theory itself has not been observed, it hasn't even been proven. It is at this point theoretical physics. Now, we may be able to, in the future, at some point, prove and observe that indeed all of matter is constructed of these vibrating strings. Like at one point, Stephen Hawking